It's been a great joy and comfort to me to hear the wonderful reports from people about what was happening when I was away, how loyal the community was, how brilliant Michael was, Michael Kelly, in his erudition and his oratory, and how much he got you all to pray for me, and I was very overjoyed by hearing that. And how everything has functioned so well. It's a credit to the community here, and a credit to Michael. Michael I knew when he was a little boy, he was 5 years old, serving at the altar when I first came to North Sydney. And he was a bit of a problem, a bit of an imp. I had to constantly reprimand him. But he's grown up now, a fine man, fine preacher, a great loyal friend of mine. And I'm so pleased that all I hear is praise of his oratory, of his sermons, praise of his goodness and kindness and his generosity. So, having said that, I feel uneasy being before you because you've all been dining on the caviar of his intellectual ability, and now you're down to bread and butter. And so I'm getting a bit of bread and butter now. I'm not on my top at the moment, having just got back, but it's basically about two people, a woman and a man, who have got a terrible problem in their lives. The woman was an outcast because in that culture, the disease she had made her unacceptable to anyone. And she's in a hopeless situation. And she's got no one to turn to, no friend, nothing, except the person of Jesus Christ. And she's too frightened to ask, so she just touches the hem of his garment. And immediately she's cured. It was a great act of faith and trust in his goodness. And it just shows us that at times in life, things become overpowering, you feel powerless, and you know what to do. And all the time, Christ is there for you. And you can't pray very much. You're so upset because it's happening to you or to those you love. All you can do is stretch out your hand in prayer and say, Lord, be with me and see me through this. And then you get the man's own daughter, 12 years old, we don't know her name, but she's dying. He's the leader of the synagogue. They were very cynical, the leaders of the synagogue people. They thought Jesus was a fraud. But he comes out and asks him to come and heal his daughter. And then the daughter dies. And he goes in and he says, rise up. All the time Jesus says to us, when we're down and out, when things are going against us, when we don't know where to turn, he says, rise up. Don't give way. Just ask me and I'll give you the strength to come through whatever happens. That's faith. That's called trust. We're in God's hands all the time, as you heard in the first reading. He wants us to live. He wants us to have the joys of life. But at times things go wrong. That's being a human being. And all the time he's there for us. So that's the mission of today, the story, just encouraging us to continue our journey of faith, which we've done by being here today, to ask Christ to come to you and help you and sustain you and guide you in your problems and other things. And when I got back, I'd been to Rome, and I went and had a public audience with the Holy Father. And in that, there's people from all parts of the world, and they're all representing their countries, but they're all there because they want something from the Pope. And he always gives us the apostolic blessing, the papal blessing. So he said, I'm giving you now the papal blessing, which I want you to carry home to those you love and give it to them. Pass it on, because that's what it's about. So I'm going, in his name, I'm going to give you the blessing which carries not my power, but the power of Christ and the